as always, welcome back to the channel. Here's another XRP video for today. Therefore, wherever you are in this vast world, I hope you are all enjoying your day. We are going to discuss XRP. Here is the one-day chart once more. At $2.80, we are seated here. In that channel, XRP is still roaming. That was seen on the 7-day chart. It has been slowly rising and falling throughout the past few days. All of us are still getting ready for that big breakout to start. And have a look at Bitcoin. It has a similar appearance to XRP, sitting at less than $111,000, just over $110,000. Additionally, Bitcoin is currently being counted out by everyone. XRP is being counted out. Right now, everyone is annoyed because XRP's price has increased. And earlier today, Barry C. released this. The price of XRP in November 2024 was $2.80. Did anyone see something better than that? In August 2025, XRP is at $2.80, which is disastrous, the worst scenario. And there is a lot of anti-XRP sentiment. This explains why so many cryptocurrency users will fail by mishandling XRP. With XRP, those who possess the patience, tenacity, and strength to hold will discover wealth that will change generations. You know, this cryptocurrency is currently the subject of a lot of hatred. At the end of every video I make, I always advise you to maintain your patience and optimism, because if you give in to this negativity, you will sell too soon, especially if you're new to cryptocurrency. After all, the majority of people came here because a friend told them, listen, you could make a fortune in crypto. Put your money into it. It's up. Within 30 days, you will be wealthy. However, that isn't how cryptocurrency operates, and some people have made money using meme coins in the past. However, not everyone who visits this area experiences it. Additionally, if you pay attention to these pessimistic individuals, you should know that there is currently nothing bad about XRP. They are merely following the trend. Because XRP is hot, everyone has a bad opinion about it. To be negative at the moment, these same individuals will be very enthusiastic and upbeat about XRP as soon as the market recovers. They'll tell you that they were correct all along. There is nothing for you to do but sit back and wait for it to happen. It's coming, for sure. I'm referring to XRP. Possesses the most optimistic cryptocurrency chart, and I can assure you that it will change every holder's life once it launches. If XRP is now the first coin held by the top 10 central banks, its price is as follows. They say that if this were to occur, the price of a coin could reach $22.58. I'm not sure where they acquire these figures. However, the market multiplier, increased demand, and scarcity are not taken into account. Since these central banks will be using XRP for on-demand liquidity, you can be sure that they will build up sizable liquidity pools of the cryptocurrency. They are also locking away all of that XRP while that is going on. It will eventually become scarce, and demand will rise even further as a result. This cryptocurrency is going to be required for everyone. What do you believe will happen to the price then? It's about to blow up. It is significantly more than $22. First of all, wouldn't the banks have exited the testing stage and the XRP pricing be determined if they were using it to transfer money between countries and around the world? Many would contend that the number is in the thousands. Even though everyone is still speculating at the moment, these pieces are consistently published. Everyone is now projecting $100,000 per XRP when the price of XRP is growing and moving sideways. That's what takes on here. And he is the CEO of Robinhood. The moment has come to go beyond Bitcoin. Listen to it.
I believe it will make it easier to invest in American companies if you're outside the world. It will also bring the markets into 24/7 and fully on-chain and get all the benefits that crypto technology levies on these traditional assets. So I think it's time to move beyond Bitcoin and meme coins into real-world assets that exhibit fundamental utility.
Pay attention. Utility, he said. Additionally, crypto, I received that from Corey earlier today, but now is the moment. That is the new story. All of a sudden, people are looking beyond meme currencies and beyond Bitcoin. Why? Because restrictions are about to be implemented, and once they are, all meme coins will be eliminated. When that occurs, Bitcoin will still exist, but it will have much less significance. Additionally, functionality will be at the center of everything. Coinbase is allegedly purposefully manipulating the price of XRP, according to the XRP community. Michael Branch is the source of this. Thus, they are arguing for tactical selling. In order to maximize downward pressure, Coinbase is not just selling, but also doing so during times of low liquidity. In order to conceal the source association with price levels, fragmented wallet sales are routed across several wallets. According to Drew, Coinbase's XRP withdrawals and XRP's recurrent failures are 87% correlated. To overcome opposition, about $20 institutional ties, significant XRP flows are said to have ended up at financial institution-affiliated over-the-counter desks. Everyone claims that Coinbase is selling to BlackRock over-the-counter, much like BlackRock. The motivation of Coinbase: there is no proof to support the rumor that Coinbase is shielding ETH because of its affiliations with affiliates of the Ethereum Foundation and support for conventional banking interests. Exchanges are always trying to take advantage of us, in my opinion. I don't keep my cryptocurrency on exchanges because of this. However, I believe that what's actually happening is that they are severely manipulating the price of Bitcoin, which is causing the market as a whole to decline as Bitcoin does. They may now also be somewhat controlling the price of XRP. I had already anticipated that XRP would begin to rebound. The price of XRP shouldn't be there since the lawsuit is finished, but it hasn't happened yet. It is currently sitting. Even before the Rippleverse SEC case began, it ought to have been much higher. Ethereum wasn't the number 2 asset yet. XRP was. Thus, I anticipate that XRP will overtake Ethereum. Ethereum is predicted by everyone else to overtake Bitcoin. Therefore, if that were to occur, XRP would essentially flip both Ethereum and Bitcoin, and it would probably do so within the current cycle. The fact that the Grayscale XRP Trust NAV spikes above 400 in a single year is significant, since it predicts the future of those ETFs. In March 2018, Grayscale launched the XRP Trust, providing structured exposure to XRP for accredited investors.
The use of a private placement. However, because of the difficult market conditions brought on by the Ripple case, the asset manager liquidated the trust in January 2021. In September 2024, Grayscale reopened its XRP Trust after the final ruling was released, which handed Ripple a partial victory over the SEC. The investment vehicle was relaunched by the corporation a year ago. It is noteworthy that the Grayscale XRP Trust has demonstrated remarkable performance. People still believe that XRP spot ETFs won't outperform, even though the trust's net asset value per share has increased 414% since its relaunch a year ago, from its starting price of $10.85 to its current rate of $55.79. There is a lot of demand for Bitcoin ETFs, and anyone who doesn't see it will be disappointed. They simply don't get it. Growth of the XRP wallet in August 2025. A significant indication of growing confidence among mid to large-sized holders is the fact that over 11,000 new wallets joined the top 10 XRP club in August. There are already more than 6.6 million XRP wallets in total. People are positioning themselves in this cryptocurrency, as you are aware. People view XRP as a way to get out of the matrix. You are aware that when money could be invested in XRP, why would anyone want to keep it in a bank account and get 10 times their money with ease? Most likely in this run, if everything goes as planned and all the triggers line up, XRP will likely pull a 20 or 30x with ease. Suddenly, people are forecasting extremely high prices for XRP. It's a mix of several factors. The catalyst is it. The market cap multiplier is what it is. The reason for this is that ISO will also launch this year. That makes many individuals extremely optimistic about utility-driven cryptocurrencies. Regulations are on the way. I mean, I would have told you were completely insane if you had told me during the bear market of 2022 that all of this would align over the next 4 months. In 2025, however, All of the aforementioned events will take place in the upcoming 4 months. Within the next 4 months, any of those catalysts, including the banking license, could occur. A big surprise is what XRP is going to be. Watch and see. And the probabilities are 100% that it will begin with this September rate cut. The Fed makes a strong move of 50 basis points with an 11% possibility. We'll have to wait and see how this all works out, but I believe it will remain at 25 basis points. The banks are also pressing for a rate cut. In light of the US economic downturn, major banks such as Citigroup, Goldman Sachs, and Bank of America now predict 2 to 3 rate cuts in 2025. As the Fed indicates that easing could stimulate liquidity-boosting cryptocurrency markets and risk appetite, Wall Street optimism increases. Now, I anticipate that when he lowers rates, that will be the indication that it's time to go forward. And how in the world is the peak coming in October if he plans to lower rates over the next few months? People continue to predict that the 3rd week of October will mark the peak for XRP. I don't see it. The ETFs are still pending approval. When they go live, that will be another catalyst, and it will be a continuous catalyst as money will keep coming in month after month, which will just drive up the price of XRP. Don't pay attention to the criticism, like I stated at the start of this video. Because it's currently fashionable to be critical of XRP, I'm warning you that these same people will tell you that they have been telling you all along that XRP was the one. Come on. Everyone despises this cryptocurrency at the moment. Everyone will love it though, and everyone will have to buy it as soon as it launches. However, I also want to draw attention to the fact that, as you can see, everyone is referring to this as a double bottom here, and then it blasts off like a cup and handle. However, others believe that we are halfway through this green candle, which I don't believe. We're back here somewhere, I believe. We haven't even begun yet, as I continue to think that the price correction of XRP originated from a correction of the pro-crypto administration entering Washington. It will be considerably higher where we go from here. Does anyone still believe that we will end up spending between $5 and $7? I simply don't see it. That's the Bitcoin maxis, I believe. In support of that argument, I believe that this run will be unlike any other run we have witnessed in the past. As an XRP holder, it will be truly amazing to watch. However, until everything happens, maintain your patience and optimism. I want to express my gratitude to everyone who watched. The next one, we'll see you.